I think I had LimeWire for a bit, or my brother used it.
I remember going over to a friend's house, probably like when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, and they had a decent computer, and I still had like slow internet, but my friend had fast internet for the time, and he's like, "Hey, you want to watch Ice Age?" And I'm like, I guess so. And so he went over to his computer, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I downloaded off of LimeWire," and I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Oh, because I didn't want to pay for that." So we sat down at his computer, and we started watching Ice Age, and the first like minute of it is someone holding a camera to the movie. Like someone went into a movie theater and recorded it, and so you hear like coughing and like the camera shaking around. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't even watch this ahead of time. I didn't know what this was." And I'm like, "You fucking idiot." So we watched like 5 minutes of a really blurry, like shaky, like pirated version of Ice Age. That was totally not worth the download. He's like, "I spent all day downloading this yesterday." I'm like, "Oh."
I hope you're not friends with that person anymore.
Oh no, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. It's not because of that. But, I mean,
that is why I would stop hanging out with that person.
Yeah.
Not like the shittiness of the video file, but just the fact that you downloaded fucking Ice Age. Are you kidding me?
Because the whole yeah, like they brought me over to their house. They're like, "Hey, dude, you want to watch a movie?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I guess." I'm like, "I'm not really into movies, but I'll check it out." And the first thing we do is like went in his like back room, and he sat down at the computer. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I torrented this movie. Like took all day." It was fucking some guy took a camera into a movie theater. I'm like, "Great, wonderful."
Okay.
You know someone that used to do that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. He went to prison a couple times.
He went to prison a couple times. Could you imagine going to prison and having to explain to like someone that the reason why you're in prison is because you took a fucking camera into a movie theater and like recorded like fucking Mario and Luigi, like the Super Mario Brothers movie or something like that? It's like, what the fuck?
I think that would be grounds for getting the shit beat out of you.
No, I'm sure it would be. If it wasn't, I'd be surprised.
Like specifically that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You're kidding me.
I feel ashamed.
You know, I recently had a pretty odd experience with it wasn't a pirated movie, but it looked like one. Trust me. So a couple of weeks ago, Funimation got a hold of me, and they're like, "Oh, okay, so we got this movie coming out. We're looking for screeners." And I'm like, "All right, you guys do anime. I fucking love anime, so let's do it." Turns out it was the new Dragon Ball Z movie, so I like shit myself immediately. I was so fucking happy. I got it, and it looked like somebody had a camera peeking out between the buttons in their like pedophile trench coat. Oh my god! I sent it back. I wrote back to him like, "Are you kidding? Like, is this seriously what you're gonna put out in the market?"
Funimation that told you this?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I had no idea that their screener looked so shitty.
Did they respond back to you?
Oh yeah. They explained to me that that's just what their screeners are like. They look like shit.
Wow.
And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
I have the Apple PS4, and it's in standard definition, so I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Like that consistency of that.
It was worth it. I got a